What is up, guys? Private Eye Russ here. Welcome to another episode of the Private Eye Russ Show. I am your host, owner, operator, full-service private investigation and consulting firm, Private Eye Russ. All right, so links will be in the description below. Corporate theft investigations, litigation support investigations, criminal defense investigations. I've got you all covered. All right, so please, before you do anything else, before we go any further, please, while you're here, like, subscribe, share, get in the comment sections, walk back and forth in the comment section, do what you got to do. I try to respond to everything. Sometimes I'm not always on, right away, but I do try to get to everything. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Boy, this one's going to be a little bit, this one's tough, but let's go ahead and check this out, fair use, and then we're going to comment, of course.
New charges today in the murder of a Ferguson man who reported the rape of his own daughter. 3 family members stand indicted for the murder of Corey Warren, who was gunned down after refusing a bribe to drop charges in a sexual assault case. Our Megan Kernan is live outside the Ferguson Police Department, where prosecutors announced indictments just hours ago.
Corey Warren's best friend tells me he was the best person on earth and a great father. His family still hasn't come back home since the killing. And these 3 men are now charged, accused of working together to silence that father, murdering him and then murdering their own hitman.
One of the most senseless acts of violence that I've reached and have seen this year.
Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle says Corey Warren's killing was calculated, cruel, and personal. On July 8th, officers say Corey Warren was shot through the glass door of his Ferguson home that you can still see 3 months later.
It's a real good dad. I couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
Investigators say Warren was shot after refusing a $12,000 bribe to stay quiet about charges against Lavore Harmon, accused of raping Warren's daughter. Prosecutors say Harmon, his uncle Anthony L. Young, and cousin Anthony D. Young coordinated Warren's murder with their associate, Andrew Klaus, who later that same day was also shot and killed. All 3 men now face 2 counts of first-degree murder, armed criminal action, and felonies like statutory rape.
I would have never thought something like this would happen around here.
Neighbor Hugh Deberly was home the day Warren was killed.
Next thing I know, I heard about 4 or 5 gunshots. Then I seen them running across my yard into a car, and they took off. They tried to revive him, and his kids are out there crying.
Warren's neighbors remember him as a devoted dad and friend.
Well, they took a person's life. A person was trying to do right, and they killed him for it.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. Shout out to him, family, condolences, rest in peace to this gentleman. Dude, this is ugly. All right, so, oh boy, what do we even say about this? So apparently his daughter was graped by this one individual, statutory grape, and they tried to pay him off $12,000 to be silent about your own daughter's grape. How many of you, show of hands, how many of you would take any sort of money to walk away from someone who graped your child? Now, are there people who will do this? Yes. I've actually read about cases and, about where parents have actually taken money instead of reporting harm done to their child. Do I think that's it's disgusting? I'm going to pass judgment. If you're willing to do something like that and you're a parent, you're a disgusting, filthy piece of garbage, and you should never have had children. However, this guy stood tall and was like, no, I'm not taking your money. You harmed my daughter. I'm going to stand tall. And they sent someone to take him out. And then they took out the hitman, thinking that, nobody would ever find out about everything. Obviously, they thought they were being very calculated. I hope these 3 individuals wind up frying. I don't know if they have the death penalty there. I hope they do. And I hope all 3 of them get it. I know people say this thing, free this guy, free that guy. I wouldn't wish prison on anybody. Yeah, I wish prison on a lot of people. Like, if you're willing to, look, first of all, statutory grape, any sort of grape of anybody, any sort of coercion of a minor or whatever it might be. Sorry, man, I have no sympathy for you. And then the father's doing his thing. Now, from the father's standpoint, I wish he had been more careful because this was obviously a very ruthless group. and he should still be here today in a perfect world, but he is not. And this is when we hope the criminal justice system will do what it's supposed to do. Hopefully they don't get one of those judges that will just let people out on bond and let them free or whatever else. Supposedly they have $2 million bond each, which is a very high, that's a very high bond. Now, some people will ask, I know Anton Daniels made a video saying, how do they have bond? It depends on the judge. A lot of it depends on the parameters the judge has to work within. And so sometimes a lot of times judges have parameters they can't really stray beyond without being, going outside the law and possibly creating a set of circumstances where there could be some sort of appeal. So $2 million bond each. They're going to be spending the rest of their time in prison. Hopefully they don't have enough for a paid attorney. Hopefully they have a public defender, in which case they will be doomed. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Would you guys take money to allow someone to go free after they raped one of your children or harmed one of your children or a loved one, whoever it might be, child, sister, brother, spouse, whatever? Would you guys let these guys go free? My vote would be, you guys can already tell what my vote would be, but I want to hear what you guys think. So get in the comment section. I saw this one, just wanted to react to it because I think this guy was very brave. He was courageous, like you would hope any father would be, and he paid the ultimate price for it. Anyway, it's your boy Private Eye Russ. I will talk to you guys in the next one. I'm out.